Sue from Chime Out London. I'm here at the home of animation. It's Pixar Studios in San Francisco. I'm here to meet the crew of Incredibles 2 to find a little bit more about how the magic happens here. Let's take a look inside. So congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Thank you.
14 years after the first one. What was the spark that you just thought you just have to bring it back?
I had the core idea for it as we were promoting the first film, which is that Bob and Helen would get the assignment rather than Bob. And then we had the storyline of Jack and the fact that the audience knew that he had multiple powers, but the family did not. And that was an unopened present that I knew this movie would open. But beyond that, the story was switching around a lot.
Bye, sweetie.
I'll watch the kids, no problem.
And you've got Jack's new powers as well.
Yes.
Right.
Did you just sort of put a load of things into a hat and go, right, he's going to have this, he's going to have this?
So we have a lot of creative people here who had ideas, and we're just looking for what's surprising and what's interesting and funny, and
And we had a lot from the first film too.
Yeah.
That briefly showed up.
And they're also kind of an extension of a toddler's behavior, right? I mean,
Right.
you can see when they get really mad about something.
Fix the law, I gotta break it.
You've got to, so our kids can have that choice.
Thank you, young man.
And it looks like in this film we might have a selection of very formidable villains. Do the ideas for the villains come from any kind of personal experience? Is it something from school? Is it like annoying relatives? Where do those come from? Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting notion. You may have, villains always come last for me in some way. I had a different villain in Incredibles, but in the process of going through the exercise, we ended up getting a better villain than we had before, and that ended up being Syndrome. So all of this stuff kind of just bubbles up, and there's no rhyme or reason in the way it happens.
And Elastigirl is our best play. Better than me?
Well, the Incredible suits are actually suits now. Fran?
They're made of a dynamic, stretchy fabric, which can both stretch and shrink as the characters move. And so we got new technology to help us do that, which was really exciting. You can also look for the logos holding their aspect ratio and not stretching too much on the character, which is new.
There's a really amazing costume in this film, which is there's almost like comme des garçons, very sort of boxy, flip out the back.
So Bryn started that design by crumpling up paper and photographing it, and then doing a collage study to get the basic silhouette. And then she investigated the construction even more by having a small physical sample made.
That in Incredibles 2, we see this is the city of Munisburg. We see it all over the place. We see it from far away, we see it from the sky, we're underneath of it, we're down in the city itself. We needed to be able to have a city that we could really just immerse ourselves in and could surround us from any angle, whatever we needed. So instead of making a matte painting, we instead, we have a little bit of sound here, a little bit of that shot, but this one, we have neighborhoods here, we've got warehouse districts, we've got downtown, we have a whole city that, if we wanted it to, could have stop signs or traffic lights on every corner, parking meters, all of this sorts of thing. So we can essentially have this big set extension world. We can poke a little hole in it, drop our action in there.
Did you, for the design of the cities, did you have any specific cities in mind when you were taking references from places?
It's kind of a mixture. There's a lot of, for Munisburg, it's a lot of kind of Midwestern cities. Kind of that kind of Americana blend of medium size, like Denver, St. Louis, Kansas City, Cincinnati, these ones that are kind of medium size, and we're really going strong in the mid-century. Whereas New Urban, I think, is based on much larger cities like Hong Kong and Tokyo and kind of New York, like Manhattan, like very big towering things, Chicago as well.